All right, so that second thing involves sleep, and it also involves being stuck. And so if you're stuck right now, it's pretty late in the semester now. It's almost midterms for me, at least next week. I have one more week, and then I have a kind of long spring break. But anyways, I'm sure you start to feel stuck, and the high that you were riding on from getting back into the semester and doing your stuff is fading, and things are getting harder. People are expecting more, and I'm sure by now you've forgotten about a couple of things you've had to do and had to pull something out of your hat to fix it, which throws off your other stuff. If that is the case for you, I have a solution for you, and it's arguably the best thing you can do. It is the best solution, but it takes effort. But you have to hear what I just said. This is the way to fix it, and this is the best thing you can do for yourself for the rest of the semester and the rest of your college career. Mainly, we'll think smaller at the semester, but for weeks to come and just your sanity and you actually doing your stuff. So it's going to take 3 days. If you're stuck and you're behind on sleep and you still have a ton of stuff to do, it's going to take 3 days at most. It might be a little weird in the gray days, but 3 days. So give me 3 days and do what I say. I promise it will work. So first of all, if it's Friday night, but let's say Monday or even this weekend, the weekend's hard because you need to take care of yourself by seeing your friends and not excessively drinking to where you ruin your next day, but sometimes people need to go out and drink with their friends. That's okay. You're in college. It's okay. But what I'm getting at is, so let's say Monday you're there and you're stuck. You have so much to do and you're still recovering from the weekend and you were just stuck and all you want to do is nap. This is what you have to do. Buckle down, get your ass to work as much as you can, like get your stuff done, eat, take care of yourself, exercise, plan your day, and go to bed. Go to bed at the time where you can get 8 hours of sleep. If you can't and you need to do the assignment, finish the assignment, and it'll just push back the day a little bit more, but it's what you need to do. The reason you're getting sleep is so that you can be the best student you can be, and have good mental health too, of course, but beyond that, be the best student you can be. So finish your assignment. If you have to miss a little bit of sleep, miss as little sleep as you can, and get as much sleep as you can, and then go. Then the next day, the same thing. Get your ass up. Do not take a nap. Do not take a nap. Do your stuff. Take care of yourself. Exercise. All you need is 30 minutes to 40 minutes, maybe an hour if you want, of exercise in the day. That's gonna get you going. Take it easy on the coffee, but have some. Just take care of yourself. Drink your water. Do everything like that. But stay diligent throughout that day. It is gonna be hard, and you might miss a little more sleep. But get your ass to work and do it, and then get to bed as soon as you can. You'd be surprised if you work your ass off on day one, and if you work your ass off on day two, you will be able to go to bed at the time you need to go to bed on day two. You'll be caught up technically. It just takes some hard work and you just got to do it. But once you're there on day two, go to bed, wake up on day three. And so day three, the same thing. Wake up, do your stuff, exercise, eat well, and get your stuff done, and just do it and have faith in it. Seriously, because at the other end, you're almost out of it. You're almost out of that chute, and it's great. So keep that going because it's going to be hard. And once you're there, if you have time, you might actually have a break, but use that little break to plan the next couple of days, even the next week. Plan. So what I do, many people have an iPhone and many people don't, which is fine because they both have great platforms for calendars. And so what I do with my iPhone, and I also have my MacBook and my iPad, is I use calendars and not notifications, but lists for my things. And so for Hockey Club, so I'm the vice president of Hockey Club and TMK Hall Council. I'm the secretary of Philosophy Club, and I'm the speaker of the House for Pencils of Promise Club. Each one of those clubs I just mentioned has a list, and it has things I have to do. I can set reminder times That's the word I was looking for, reminders. I can set reminder times for what I have to do for the days I need to do them. And on my calendar, I can open up my calendar and see. So I can color code the things I need to do. So my classes are purple because that's immovable. And so is work. Work is purple or blue. But then things that are kind of movable, like exercise, I can move the time I exercise if I need to. And doing homework at certain times if it's well enough in advance, which, by the way, comes with planning ahead. It's a beautiful thing. If you can get as many things to be like able to be moved and flexible, the happier your life's going to be, because it leaves room for other meetings and things you need to do and when stuff happens. And so those movable things are red, and so I know what I can move around. But nonetheless, that's connected to all my Apple devices, and so I can always see what's going on. And so if someone asks me, hey, are you free here? Sometimes I think I am, because I usually am, but I'm like, 1 second. I pull out my phone, I'm like, I am, but only until this time. Or I'm actually not, but I see a movable red thing, and I'm like, oh, wait a sec, I'll move the red thing earlier in the day. And so that's kind of led into what I was going to talk about again. This is still day 3, and you're tired, but you've just planned your week. You planned like even homework time, when things are due, and just getting on stuff as soon as you can so you're ahead of the game, and like just being diligent and doing your readings, but just doing it, and then getting your ass to bed. I'd say that's the hardest part. Getting your ass to bed is really hard. Waking up is hard too, but if you can get good at those things, you're going to have success. So the 3 hardest things I would say are, there's 4. There's other hard things, but the 4 hardest things I'd say for people is going to bed, getting up from bed, not napping after lunch, that's very hard, and finding time to exercise and actually exercising. One little note about the exercise, when you exercise, you don't need to bust your ass every day. You don't even, you really don't even need to, bust your ass once a week. If you're just exercising, you got to exercise to feel good, and many people have the misconception of that. And myself being a college athlete for a whole year and running cross country and then track and field both seasons in there, I even had that misconception. Every time I would work out, I was trained to bust my ass, and it was hard, and it made me not want to work out. But once I redefined my idea of why I was exercising and what I was trying to accomplish, and what is still good exercise, it changed my life, and it got me to want to exercise. And then you end up busting your tail more often than you think you would, because you want to. It's not because you have to. And so start slow with your exercise, even on a micro scale, throughout the day or throughout the workout. And throughout the grand scheme, don't jump into a marathon if you've never ran or anything, obviously. But start slow. Start running slow in your run. You'll if you're feeling all right, you'll pick it up. And so anyways, if you're stuck, 3 days. So let's recap quick. 3 days, the 3-day fix to being stuck in college. Day 1, suck it up, get your ass to work, go to bed. Day 2, suck it up, get your ass out of bed. Wake up first. And then keep on doing your stuff and have faith in the process, trust in the process, and get your ass to bed. Aim for 8 hours a night each night. The 3rd day, suck it up, get your ass out of bed, and still do your work. And if it needs a 4th day, you can do it, but start to plan your life. Start to be proactive. Put it in your calendar. Over plan is what I'm getting at. You need to over plan and find your sweet spot, and you'll start to remember more things, and you won't have to plan as much, even though it's still a really good idea to just do it. But plan on day 3, and then get your ass to bed, and keep on doing it, because you'll ride on the achievement and the highs of being on the ball. And once you're on the ball, just stay on the ball. Do it. And one more note about scheduling things. Schedule literally anything, everything. like, color code it if you want, but put it somewhere where you can have it. I highly suggest doing it in Apple calendars because it can be on all your devices and your phone is always with you. Sometimes I can't fit my planner, even though it's only this big, I can't fit that in my back pocket, and I don't carry a purse or a satchel around. And so it's great on my phone. And color code your stuff so you know what you can move and what you can't, and you have a more adjusted and planned out life. And set alarms, because there's going to be times where you're stuck in your work and you'll forget. And so the beauty of a phone compared to a calendar is that a calendar can't ring at 11:15 a.m. telling you that you have an appointment in 30 minutes. And if it can, you should let me know, and I'll buy that from you for a good amount of money. So that's the recap. But all in all, know why you're doing things and know that you want to get out of this rut. And so give it 3 days. Ask me. You guys can message me through, I don't even know how that works with YouTube, but message me in YouTube, on Facebook. If you have my number, ask me, and I'll give you all the tips I have and have learned and have been working for me really, really well. And so, yeah, if you're stuck, which it's hard to accept if you're stuck sometimes because you feel so stuck, just know you're stuck and take 3 days to fix your entire semester. Thanks, guys. See ya.